upgraded to a flagrant 2.
The defensive foul on Dejanay Carrington has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 2. Since there's wind-up, impact, and follow-through, high potential for injury, players in a vulnerable position. Since the basket was successful, Sophie Cunningham will receive 2 free throws to make 1.
There's wind-up, there's follow-through, there's potential for injury, the player's in a vulnerable position. And so Dejanay Carrington, who had been off to...
It was the single most explosive flashpoint of the entire WNBA season, a moment that didn't just halt play, but exposed deep fractures across the entire league. The clash between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky shattered expectations when Sophie Cunningham, the Fever's undisputed enforcer, sparked a high-speed fast break. Trailing closely, Dejanay Carrington delivered a brutal, reckless blow to Cunningham's head and neck, violently slamming her to the hardwood. Refusing to back down, Cunningham surged to her feet and immediately confronted Carrington, forcing teammates and officials to scramble frantically to prevent an all-out brawl on national television. A swift replay review confirmed a severe impact and deliberate follow-through, prompting officials to instantly issue a flagrant 2 and eject Carrington on the spot. Yet what looked like a decisive referee call was only the opening strike in a rapidly escalating organizational meltdown.
Dejanay Carrington went to the locker room and tweeted,
Maybe upgraded, I think, to a flagrant.
white privileged. How in the hell is this white privilege when you assaulted a player? Sophie didn't touch you. How is this a race issue? Make it make sense. Because I am definitely confused here, guys. I mean, I am hella confused. How is this a race issue, bro? And then not only that, Sophie Cunningham speaks on the matter. So immediately after the game, y'all know the reporters wasted no time catching up with the sophster. And a lot of stuff did happen, and I did forget about the
Minutes after her ejection, Carrington bypassed all league compliance, taking to social media from the locker room to post a provocative message, direct tagging the Indiana Fever organization, instantly weaponizing the narrative on a global stage. Post-game, Cunningham took full command of the media, dismissing any claim that the hit was a standard basketball play and asserting that the foul was completely deliberate, driven by a search for attention. Yet, precisely when the Fever organization was expected to rally aggressively behind their enforcer, head coach Stephanie White delivered a staggering response. Rather than condemning the dangerous play, Coach White minimized the incident by stating she did not believe Carrington targeted Cunningham intentionally, a stunning public defense of the opposition that blindsided fans and ignited intense outrage over locker room loyalty.
Yeah, so she said they gave us the same explanation. And when you mix that in with what the referee said even transpired in the first place, once again.
Yeah, she intentionally seeked out the official.
She intentionally, Caitlin Clark intentionally seeked out an official and used
you were backwards to them. Did you even know they were there in that moment?
And through the forearm.
And through a forearm. So Caitlin intentionally, that's a wild accusation, by the way, not accidentally, intentionally ran in and seeked out an official and threw a forearm, when you can clearly see in real time that Caitlin Clark was literally hip bumped by Natasha Howard while she was mobile. You guys know when you're running, you are in a vulnerable position. Any slight push or anything can really exaggerate your trajectory and where you're headed.
So clearly was a foul. It was not called.
How is that a forearm extension? Can somebody please let me know, how is this a forearm extension?
So clearly was
How is this a forearm extension? Is this a forearm extension to you guys? If anything, that's a backhand extension. But this referee wouldn't know that. I'm telling you, man, this target on CeCe's back is clear as day. But anyways, Caitlin Clark already knew what was going on. As I said, she was a little too confident right here. President Clark, somebody must have told her something. This was my reaction to it. I'm on the bottom right, if you can't tell.
Another technical foul. I know that can lead to another suspension.
Of course, Kelsey
what are your thoughts on what happened?
She said I ran into her. I've already watched it on the tape, so we'll let the league decide. But it wasn't intentional or anything. So I'm hoping it's getting rescinded, Holly. I'll see
And
you in
nothing
the
was
New York
said.
game.
Nothing was said.
I'll see.
She said it wasn't in.
Meanwhile, Chicago Sky head coach Tyler Marsh attempted to defuse the escalating crisis, maintaining that Carrington was merely making a play on the ball and dismissing the flagrant 2 call before deflecting all questions regarding her incendiary post to internal team channels. But as hostility boiled over, the officiating crew completely surrendered control, plunging the league's biggest icon straight into the crosshairs. During Indiana's hard-fought 92-86 victory, Caitlin Clark was slapped with a phantom technical fouler, 8th of the season, triggering an automatic 1-game suspension and setting off a massive public relations nightmare for the league. Hit with the whistle after being forcefully bumped into a referee, Clark demonstrated absolute elite composure, surgically dismantling the official's narrative during post-game interviews by citing tape evidence, confirming no words were exchanged, and confidently calling for the league to rescind the penalty, a stance even Coach White was forced to publicly support.
I hope she's done at the end of this season. I can't believe, I don't care if Dejanay Carrington played for you in the past. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, they are in your locker room right now, and you are defending Dejanay Carrington. We're going to compare what you had to say, Stephanie White, to the fans, what they had to say about Dejanay Carrington calling this white privilege. Nasty work, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, like the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. We got to get into it, man. Stephanie Dingbat White, bonehead. The lady has no idea what she's doing. She's in over her head. She's way over her head when it comes to this job. She needs to go back to being head coaches of teams that nobody really gives a damn about. And it's that simple. Take a listen to Stephanie White defending Dejanay Carrington. This is disgusting. If I'm Sophie Cunningham, I'm pissed. My mouth was bleeding. She tried to take my head off, and you at the podium talking about, oh, you don't think it was on purpose. What?
And also there was, for Steph, there was Sophie's flagrant foul from Dejanay. Just what was your reaction to that? And just your thoughts on what happened?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that Dejanay intentionally came out to get her across the neck.
What are you talking about? What are you just have your team's back, bruh? When do you have your team's back, Stephanie?
She threw the ball directly into the WNBA front office's court, essentially daring them to suspend their marquee star over an accidental bump while unchecked aggression went unpunished elsewhere across the league. Realizing they were on the brink of a massive commercial disaster, league executives intervened, officially re-signing Clark's technical foul and wiping away the unearned suspension. What unfolded was a complete masterclass in organizational dysfunction, from Dejanay Carrington's vicious foul and locker room social media stunt exposing deep internal resentments, to Sophie Cunningham standing her ground to shut down false narratives, and Caitlin Clark overcoming targeted officiating chaos to secure a crucial Indiana victory.
At all. She was ejected from the game. It was a flagrant 2. The refs got it right. Don't worry. They'd fuck that up later. I mean, I can't give them credit. How about this, folks? This is me, yours truly. Follow me on the Twitter, @Rhodes How about this, folks? Quote, white privilege with your blonde hair. Yeah. Culturally appropriating Sophie Cunningham's hair? Oh, that's a bad look. I'm just pointing that out. Now, I tagged the WNBA in this @WNBA. This feels like a threat against the Indiana Fever. Dejanay tweets out 8:23 with a smile. Now, again, that's the next time they play, folks. What you gonna do on 8:23? What's going down 8:23 at Kathy Engelbert? At W? You got your ears on? That sounds a whole lot like its own site. Its own site. Clay Travis, blatant racism on the foul in the tweet. She should be thrown out of the league for the rest of the year. But it's the WNBA, so she would probably get a 5-year contract extension. Yeah. The league.
The deep scars left by this explosive matchup won't fade anytime soon, as coaching betrayals and brutal on-court physical play permanently alter the trajectory of the WNBA season. With fans scrutinizing every single frame, long-hidden locker room politics and subtle rivalries are finally being dragged straight into the spotlight. What is your take on Coach White defending that dangerous hit against her own player? Should the league step in with severe disciplinary action over Carrington's post-game digital outburst? Sound off in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe now so you never miss another high-octane breakdown of the biggest scandals in professional sports. We'll see you in the next one. It was the single most explosive flashpoint of the entire WNBA season, a moment that didn't just halt play, but exposed deep fractures across the entire league. The clash between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky shattered expectations when Sophie Cunningham, the Fever's undisputed enforcer, sparked a high-speed fast break. Trailing closely, Wnba Carrington delivered a brutal, reckless blow to Cunningham's head and neck, violently slamming her to the hardwood. Refusing to back down, Cunningham surged to her feet and immediately confronted Carrington, forcing teammates and officials to scramble frantically to prevent an all-out brawl on national television. A swift replay review confirmed a severe impact and deliberate follow-through, prompting officials to instantly issue a flagrant 2 and eject Carrington on the spot. Yet what looked like a decisive referee call was only the opening strike in a rapidly escalating organizational meltdown. The deep scars left by this explosive matchup won't fade anytime soon, as coaching betrayals and brutal on-court physical play permanently alter the trajectory of the WNBA season. With fans scrutinizing every